Today, on Be Something Wonderful, this two-word affirmation will manifest everything you want. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Here we are, another beautiful morning here in Park City, Utah. It's snowing behind us, loving this. And the question was, Tom, I've been imagining and affirming that I'm abundant, that I'm wealthy. All last year, he's talking about 2024. And he said, things have never seemed worse, right? He said, things have never seemed tighter financially than they are right now. He says that he's struggling to pay bills, that he can't really travel anywhere. And he goes, well, Tom, what's missing? He goes, I got a friend that he just seems like he's made of money. And I said, stop. I go, exactly. That's what's missing. You are. Your identity, the version of you for whom and through whom that abundance comes and is. Your source, your supply. Yes, he's made of money because he is the money. He is the abundance. That's why I love that expression. I stopped him right there. It changed everything. It really, he said this really, he never thought about it like that, right? He's been affirming and imagining, but he hasn't really put himself as the identity in the version of him that is that abundant version. It was so more of him imagining money coming to him, but not him being the center of that abundance. There's a difference here, right? Remember, what's missing? You are. I am. That's why that two-word affirmation, I am, right? Implying that I am that person that I desire to be, implying that I am source of my abundance, that I am supply of my abundance, that I am the abundance, that I am the energy of that abundance, that I am reality, that what's missing is you as the center, you as the source, you as the substance, you as the supply of everything you want, putting yourself. That's what's missing with many sometimes imaginal scenes or affirmations, right? You're still looking at it as something outside of you. You want to be surrounded by it, and more than that, you want to be enveloped, as the ancients said, by what you desire. Right? Without hidden motive. Remember what the ancients said in John 16, 23, 24. The two sentences that were edited out in the 4th century edits of the Bible that's missing from the modern day Bible. Be surrounded by what you desire. Be enveloped by it. In other words, be it. But ask without hidden motive. In other words, with the motive that it needs to come to me to feel abundant, to be fulfilled. I need to have that money to be that person that I want to be. Do you see this? So you are supply. Everything that you want and desire comes from and is made of you. It's made of you. God announces reality from itself. Remember, you are all that is. Seeing yourself from a different perspective, a different viewpoint, a different vantage point. It's not something that you're attracting to you. It's something that you are manifesting from within yourself, from who you are. It's all done because you are all that is. That's what creation finished means. You are all that is, in potential, to be, do, or have anything. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made, in John 1:3. In other words, you're made of it. Who is him? Him is the source or the supply or the substance or the center of reality. I am awareness. The divine mind, you. That's why Jesus, when they were looking for him, right? And they asked, are you Jesus? And where is Jesus of Nazareth? Whom are you looking for? Jesus would ask you, I am awareness. And they would say, Jesus of Nazareth. And he would answer, I am he. Twice. I am he. So let all those other limitations go. Be it. I am he. You are it. You are the source. All things were made through him. Without him, nothing was made that was made. It's made of you. You're it. So God, source, reality, the universe, whatever you want to call it, cannot give you what you deny yourself. Cannot give you what you don't give yourself. And what gives you everything? I am. I am. That's why it's the affirmation. I'm going to talk more about this from a more personal perspective on my new YouTube channel at the Tom Kearin on YouTube. I've been talking to you about that. There'll be some big videos coming from that to give you my sort of personal perspective, right, from this. But I am gives you everything. That's what ask and it is given means in John 16, 23, 24. How are you asking? Right? The ancients could not have been clearer. This is what they say. Whatsoever, whatever, whatsoever, all things, whatever you can imagine, whatsoever. It's very clear here. You ask the Father in my name. What's the Father? You as source. Remember, you're one with the Father. You're one with that source. You are that energy. It's you as the center of source. You consciously tapping into that great subconscious that you are, right? You shall ask the Father in my name. In my name. What's the name? I am. I am. I am that person that I already desired to be, that I've always desired to be. I am surrounded by it. I'm enveloped by it. He will give it to you. It's very clear, but this is what it continues to say. Until now, you have asked nothing in my name. Until now, you have asked nothing. In other words, you've been putting conditions on it. That I've got to affirm it the right way, or imagine it the right way, or do something the right way. You just got to be it. Everything else is added on to you. You are that. You haven't asked in my name means you haven't occupied that identity in that version of you for whom and through whom that reality is already real. My name is I am, the awareness of already being that identity and reality for whom and through whom everything you want and desire is real. So it's not so much the processes. They're powerful. They point your awareness to what you want and desire. But you need your only job is to occupy that because you already are that. It's to know that. It's to claim it. It's to announce your reality as that awareness. This is powerful. So Greg Braden talks about the two sentences that I was pointing to earlier. They were retranslated, of course, that were left out of the modern day version of the Bible during the 4th century edits, right? The translated version of this original verses in the Bible that were edited out, right? So ask without hidden motive. In other words, without needing it to be complete, without needing it to be whole, without needing it to be healed, without needing it to be fulfilled, without needing it to be that identity already. Hear it. Hear it. Without needing it to already occupy that identity for whom and through whom that reality is real. That's what that means. Without judging appearances, without judging the current circumstances and conditions. They're always changing. Do you see? It's when Jesus said judge not by appearances, he wasn't saying don't necessarily judge them. He wasn't telling you what to do or not do. The point of that I am awareness, the metaphysical interpretation of that, is that you can't possibly judge appearances because they're always changing into who you are, into who and what you're conscious of being. So that's why, without hidden motive, without these past subjective tendencies, right, allowing those to define you, right, without allowing the past subjective tendencies, or what we call what some of you call the subconscious programs, without them defining you. You define you. You consciously define you, without hidden motive, without needing it to be complete, whole, and fulfilled, without judging the appearances that are always changing anyway into who you are, and without allowing the past subjective hidden tendencies define who you are. Those thoughts and assumptions and definitions of who you believe you are, that you believe so much, you believe them to be true. They're just your truth in any one moment. You get to define yourself in every new moment of now. Nothing defines you but you. And the ancients said, the two sentences that were edited out of the 4th century Bible, the modern day version doesn't have them, Be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness may be full. Right? Ask without hidden motive. That was new. But then be surrounded by the answer. Be enveloped by what you desire. That hidden motive, right? We think there's things hidden in our subconscious, or think there's things not allowing us to have what we want. But the only thing is that is stopping it is you. You're the only one that can deny yourself anything or allow yourself anything. You're it. You're source. So be the fulfilled identity for whom and through whom all your wishes and desires are fulfilled. That's what we're talking about today. Nikola Tesla on the secrets of the manifested universe. If you remember the scientist, the famous scientist that had this element of focus on spirituality and science at the same time, said this about the secrets of the manifested universe. If you want to find the secrets of the manifested universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, he was a scientist, but he's also very spiritual in a sense. Energy, in other words, what is the energy? There's only one energy. There's only one source. There's only one power, one awareness, one consciousness, one reality, one love. That's source energy. He was pointing to that. And the idea of frequency and vibration, vibration meaning the movement, but it's not going anywhere. It's movement within, here and now. That movement is so high, so fast, that it appears still. It's the movement of source, right? But it moves so fast, and it's so high and so fast that it's a stillness. The movement really is stillness. That's why the ancients said, be still and know that I am God. And then frequency. The idea of the number of times that it moves back and forth, or it moves within. The frequency, but in your case, it's the frequency that you complete that idea that you're already that person you desire to be. The frequency that you return to that idea. That's what all of that means. Yes, we could talk about the scientific idea of frequency and vibration, right? But frequency is the number of times it completes a certain cycle, right, in that moment. The vibration, completing cycles, and that's a frequency that determines your reality, it determines your focus, it determines where you are. But remember, your vibration and frequency is of God. Your divine essence is of God. It's the highest frequency, highest vibration in all of creation because it is creation. Everything else, less than that pure vibration, that pure frequency of that God frequency that you are, that I am frequency, everything else is some perspective or viewpoint or vantage point of that one source, of that one vibration and one frequency of God. Vibrating at so high that it's a frequency it vibrates so fast, a frequency so high that it appears still. But that's who you are, that's your true nature. That's why so many gurus and coaches talk about emotion and repetition. It's simply the frequency of returning to the idea that I am that I am. I am that highest vibration of source energy or of love, right? I am who and what I've always desired and wanted to be. I've talked about this in many different ways, but that's what he was getting at, right? We're talking about the secret. That's the secret, or the secret of the manifested universe. Energy, source energy, and the frequency and vibration of that source energy is love and gratitude and joy. Emotions that are so high, these elevated emotions, that they're states of being, but it's only one state of being. It's the state of being of love, I am, of source. It all rolls up into I am, the great I am. One eternal state of being of absolute, utter fulfillment and worthiness. Everything else is a limited perspective or viewpoint or vantage point of that one vibration, that one frequency, that one source. So the idea that you have to raise your vibration or your frequency or move frequency, that's a concession to this divine being that you already are. It's about focusing on your ideal and knowing that you're already radiating, you're already that essence, you're already that source at the highest frequency and vibration of creation, of all that is. But that's the idea. Remember, when we talk about emotion, we're talking about energy in motion, or source energy, the one emotion. There are many different viewpoints or vantage points or perspectives of that one emotion that some of us call negative emotion, that it's not our preference. And some of us call positive emotion, but it's all one emotion. That's why even Neville Goddard said, when I talk about the feeling of wish fulfilled, I do not mean emotion, but the acceptance of the fact that it's already yours, that you're already that person you desire to be. The conviction that I am that person I desire to be. That's powerful. So there it is. There's the great I am. This is the ultimate frequency or vibration of source. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't move anywhere. It's always here and now. That's why Moses answered God, "Here I am." But there's an experience of that movement or that motion or that vibration and frequency. And those are all just infinite viewpoints or vantage points or perspectives of being all that is. That's what creates the infinite forms and circumstances and conditions that we call the physical 3D reality. But remember, physical 3D reality is one perspective of it. There are infinite other unseen, non-physical perspectives of all that is. But what are you experiencing? Well, you, this green part I've always talked about, are your dominant thoughts, your dominant feelings, your dominant assumptions and definitions of who you are. What we call our subconscious. But it's not out of reach. It's just, subconscious means below your awareness, right? But below what you're currently focused on in this moment. But you assume that you don't question your identity anymore. You don't question the truth that what you believe is true about reality. But when you start standing in the notion that I am reality, that's the only thing that's the absolute truth. Now you're redefining that in every moment. You're redefining it anyway. But now you're consciously redefining it. Because those dominant thoughts, feelings, and assumptions or definitions or subjective tendencies that we never even question anymore. We believe them to be so true about who we are, they're beyond question. Well, they're subject to who and what you're conscious of being here and now. They have no power unless it's given from you. But we give it automatically. It's the same power that keeps our heart beating, our blood pumping without us even thinking about it. For those, we want that to be automatic. But for your life, you get to decide this, right, for other things. The great I am is all power, all potential, all that is, all that you are, is the power within which this all has its existence and being and in existence itself. But it's subject to you as the divine center, as the divine source. No matter how dominant, how fixed and true the changing circumstances and conditions seem, or persistent that this identity that you call this personality that you are seems, they have no power and authority unless it's given from above, unless it's given from you as one with the great I am. This I am is the same I am. It's one I am, and you're the center of it. There's no separation anywhere. That's why this guy got it. He's now enveloped, surrounded by what he desires. Now he knows he's made of money. He's made of love. He's made of all the things that he wishes and desires, and so are you. That two-word affirmation will manifest everything you want. I am. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creatives, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, anywhere in social media at either Tom Kearin or Be Something Wonderful, you can find us. And on our membership channel, we're going to have another video coming, and we have a live stream this month that we just announced on the membership channel Be sure to send your questions if you want to info@besomethingwonderful.com, or I'll just answer them live on the live stream during the event. I will do both. So join us on the membership channel. There's also another video that we're preparing for the membership channel. And we're also preparing a video for the new channel at the Tom Kearin channel, which is going to be a different format. I think you're going to love it. Stay tuned for that. Creators with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. We will see you back in the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas shortly. With great love, see you soon.